y'all painting a picture out to make it seem like everybody just like it's a curse with Gucci. There ain't no curse with Gucci. Everybody.
After looking at this whole situation and seeing how this whole situation played out, in retrospect, the best solution I can come up is to read y'all contracts before y'all get into them. Also, bruh, think before you do something. Don't let one moment potentially cause you the rest of your life. This situation could have easily been avoided. And when it's all said and done, people don't read their contracts, bro. And I feel like it had got too far, and it's probably gonna never come back to what it was, man. Crazy situation.
Is that Chris?
Man, what is good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is, bro. It's Look at Jay here, y'all, back with another video, man. And today, y'all, we got a very crazy and a wild video to talk about. Now, it seems like we got another update on the whole Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane situation. It seems like a former 1017 artist that goes by the name of Shiesty ended up going and telling her piece and speaking on it and saying that, you know, people are mad at Pooh Shiesty for the wrong reason, and say that, you know, it's really Gucci Mane that people need to be upset about. Now, we're going to talk about it because also one of the Pooh Shiesty affiliates spoke out, and this whole situation is just crazy. But before we do, real quick, y'all know my little routine, bro. Just hit that like button, you feel me? And comment tapped in if y'all tapped in down below, and also smash the notification bell. So for one, I can keep y'all updated on this situation, but also, bro, y'all could just be notified anytime, and I mean anytime I drop a video in general. Now, as I said, bro, we got another update on this whole 1017 drama and Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty, and the situation is just getting worse. Now, if y'all been living up on the rock, or y'all now aware of what's going on, yesterday, Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and his father was arrested with 5 others for allegedly, well, I ain't even gonna say allegedly, it means on camera, for pretty much kidnapping and robbing Gucci Mane for his jewelry after a contract situation went wrong. Now, the story is being said that, you know, he had a problem with, I guess, a situation with his contract, so they pulled up on him, held him at gunpoint, choked out the cameraman, held the security that happened to be an undercover cop or off-duty cop at gunpoint to get Gucci to sign him out his contract. Now, of course, it was all caught because the feds was following the whole situation. It was on camera. Pooh Shiesty had an ankle monitor on, and of course, Gucci Mane and the cameraman allegedly, or I think the security guard allegedly told. Now, the situation was going crazy because everybody was saying Pooh Shiesty dumb, saying he crashed out. But now people are saying that Gucci was the one in the wrong, and people are saying that Gucci is the one that needed to be held accountable, because if he never put him in an effed up contract, they would never be in that situation in the first place. Now, a former 1017 artist, one of the first 1017 artists that go by the name of Shiesty, ended up putting her 2-piece in, and she spoke on the situation and even exposed that, you know, Pooh Shiesty, Big Scar, and none of them was really fooling with Gucci before he passed away and before he went to jail, and that, you know, people got to stop being put in messed up contracts.
Okay, here we are. Yeah, I'd be mad too if a motherfucker won't let me out my contract. I'm in a situation right now where I want to hit a Pooh Shiesty on a motherfucker. Y'all painting a picture out to make it seem like everybody just like it's a curse with Gucci. There ain't no curse with Gucci. Everybody chose their own fate when it came to 1017. And I'm speaking for everybody because I don't have nobody here to speak for themselves. And 2 of my goddamn label mates is gone. Chant gone. Scar gone. I don't even know where the road boy at.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I know I'm looking dirty. I know I'm looking bummy, but at least I ain't broke. At least I got some money in my pocket. And y'all can too. All y'all gotta do is download Tester Up. Tester Up is literally a platform where they're paying y'all to test out different apps and play games on your phones. Now listen, bro, y'all make these companies a billion and millions of dollars every day by playing games on your phone. The least you can do is make money testing out new apps that's coming out. Now listen, I'm not trying to make you do anything, but I'm just saying, y'all make these companies billions of dollars every day. The least you can do is get your little cut out of it. I mean, Tester Up is literally trying to help y'all put some of that money back into y'all pockets. And signing up is so simple, bro. All you got to do is download the app for free and create you an account with your email or your number and start browsing and start either playing games or testing out new apps and start to make you some money. And I mean, it's an easy way to make you up to like $150 a day, bro. I don't know about y'all, but if I can make some money that easy, I'm gonna do it, bro. All you gotta do, bro, click that link in my description down below, or click this little barcode right here, sign up, start getting your bread today, and y'all can thank me later. Shout out to Tester Up, bro.
Y'all got so many opinions, but y'all don't even know that Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty and Scar was beefing with Gucci the entire time. It was the back and forth of who leaving the label and who want to stay and come back and give me your chain, or no, you can have your chain. Like, it was a lot of that shit going on. Why? It ain't even about reading your contract. It's not about none of that shit. It's not about none of that shit. At the end of the day, everybody wanted respect. That's why Channing left. She didn't like what was going on. There was really no team with 1017 to where we had people that was really there, that was guiding us. It was just like all the calls was coming from everybody that they was putting in charge. And a lot of people that was in charge shouldn't have been in charge over there at Atlantic. And that's the real issue.
Now, as y'all see, she went on to just, long story short, say that it's all about respect, saying that she'd be mad too if an individual didn't let them out their contract, and went on to speak on how Pooh Shiesty and Big Scarden wasn't feeling Gucci before this whole situation had happened. Now, like I say, she was one of the first people that was in the whole little 1017. You can see a picture right now. She was a part of the new 1017 with her, Fujiano, Big Scar, Pooh Shiesty, and I forgot the other girl, Enchanted. They were all in that one picture, and she pretty much spoke on how pretty much they were in a bad contract. Now, this is another day, same story, just a different city. And it comes out to the same solution that people do not be reading their contract. Now, one thing about it, Pooh Shiesty, you know, from what I'm hearing, that they said that Gucci Man, after after Big Scar passed away, allegedly, Gucci was being filed to their family. And we all know that Pooh Shiesty is Fujiano's first cousin. And I'm hearing that, you know, right after Big Scar passed away, the first thing Gucci did was ask for the chains back, and he really wasn't looking out for the family. So I think that's why Pooh Shiesty feels some type of way. But one thing about it, one thing you can't do is go around and held somebody at gunpoint and force them to sign you out their contract. That's not how business work, and this ain't the 90s no more. And you can't Suge Knight your way around the world and get your way through the industry. One thing about it, social media is real and telling is real. And at the end of the day, even if you would have signed that contract, bro, you still wouldn't have been able to get out of there, because all they gotta say is that, you know, that they were held at gunpoint, showing the footage, boom, you back at it. But the crazy thing about this whole situation is that, guess what, Shiesty, you did all that, and guess what? Not only are you finna go to prison, but guess who still owns your music and still gonna be making money off your music? The same one that you just put at gunpoint and robbed. So at what cost did you do all that for? Now you in the NFL situation, he probably gonna never let you out that contract. Now, not only did, you know, she has something to say, also, you feel me, K Carbon, which is also a Chopper Gang rapper, or I think she's just like a real close friend of Pooh Shiesty. They call her like the Chopper Gang first lady. And she spoke out and had a little 1-2 to say, because people were telling her to keep her head up.
So Chuck, quit texting calling me on all that pussy shit. But oh my God, keep your head up. No, bitch, keep yours up, because I don't need you to miss shit when I get to popping it. It's still a CGE summer. Quit out there getting too comfortable.
Now, as y'all see, she's trying to find her best way to cope and say that, you know, it's still gonna be a CGE summer, and saying, watch how this shit turn out. Now, she ain't say nothing like they coming home, because I think she pretty much know that Shiesty's done with, bro. You know, like, Shiesty is done for. Not only was he home on release and he wasn't even fully free, but he had a lot of things. He had a lot of restrictions. Like, he vowed, they said he wasn't gonna be around no other gang members or around no guns or nothing. So, I mean, it's on camera. They said he was the first one to up Drake. So he's effed up, bro. Like, Shiesty's probably gonna get the longest time out of everybody. I think Big 30 may do a little bit. I think his dad even, which is crazy, just bonded out of jail. They saying his dad cooperating, which I don't know. But Shiesty's effed up. And it's crazy because he had so much potential. And I believe me, bro, it did not have to go the way it went. Now, not only did the girl Keisha, they had something to say, Asian Doll also had something to say. Yes, Queen Bond, the queen of drill, like she called herself. I know y'all got to know it just like I did. But she has some things to say, because at one point in time, little do y'all know, she was also signed to 1017. Now, right after the whole situation went down, she put up a post and said, everybody ain't playing, with a 100 emoji. And then she followed up and said, anybody that's ever signed to 1017 have to get everything on their own. Nobody get ish from that label. They take, they don't give, and that's fast. If you become a millionaire, you did that ish on your own. Once you succeed, they coming to collect, ... fast. And like I say, it's the same story, just a different label, bro. Like I said, they've been doing this for the longest, and before y'all know it, y'all gonna have to wake up and understand that when you sign to these big major labels and sign a contract with somebody, bro, eventually, like, it's like I always hear this story. Unless you buy yourself out of that contract, you're stuck, and when you stuck in with them, you know, and that's how it always go. And that's just how business is, and that's why it's important to have a business lawyer and have somebody to read your contract so you can know what's going on. Because the fact that you didn't read your contract and, you know, you just thought you was lit, you was signed, you got the big old chain, got you some money, got the cars or whatever. Now that time is gone by, you see that, you know, you can't get out your label and that you owe the label. I'm not saying it was Shiesty, but I'm using that as an example. You can't get mad and try to, you feel me, gun, like, you know what I'm saying, use somebody at gunpoint and try to muscle your way out of it. That ain't how business work, and that's not how it's gonna ever work. You know, you gotta get you a lawyer and you gotta fight the fight, you know. If you were smarter and you read your contract when you were younger, you wouldn't be in that situation in the first place. And it's just effed up because Shiesty, whether y'all like it or not, he's really like that. He's really a gangster. Like, you know, like he's living what he rapping about. And this is why I say the internet is so crazy. Let's say Shiesty, right, wouldn't have done that. People call Shiesty weak, call him soft and all that. And then let's just say Shiesty wouldn't have do nothing. They would just be like, oh, he ain't rap with the living about this music, da da da. But now that he did what he did, the same people that was be saying that, you know, he ain't living what he rapping is not calling him dumb. That's why the whole street stuff, it just don't make sense for you, because even in Gucci, people saying Gucci wrong for testifying, but let Gucci had not testifying. Let's just say Gucci wouldn't have gave it up and Gucci would have got shot. They'd have been like, oh, Gucci dumb for not getting up a jury. But now that he did give up his jury and then he testified or cooperated with the police, now everybody calling him a rat. Like, you can't win with it. That's why the street logic is dumb, bro. And eventually it got to come to an end. They got to get that out of hip hop culture, because I know hip hop comes from the street, but it's dumb, bro. It's like the logic it's stupid. Like, that's the only way I can put it. It's stupid, and nobody ends up well with it. It always ends up bad for anybody that's in the streets. Look at the rappers. I mean, it's history shows it. JD Youngin dead, King Von dead. All the rappers that were living what they rapping about and was really in the streets, guess what? They either dead or in jail, or they end up turning into a snitch. So nobody wins in the whole thing. Like I say, it's effed up, bro, because Shiesty just came home and he went to jail and got in a situation less than 5 months. He came home and he dropped a song that went crazy. So it's effed up, man. Crazy work. And I know he finna sit for a while, bro. But give me y'all thoughts and opinions down below, and let me know what y'all think about this, and just let me know how y'all feel about the whole situation in general. Y'all already know who it is. It's Lucas J. Thank God for another day, man. Y'all be safe. I love y'all. Christ loves y'all so much more than I ever will. Yeah, bro. I'm out, man.